Me again. All right. I am thrilled to be your host and MC for this opening night. It's very exciting. What a great looking crowd. We're so happy that you came out on a Wednesday. And so to get us started, I want to share something with you that has really been cracking me up lately. And well, this is prevalent in Traverse City, so you'll understand what I'm talking about. I am getting a kick out of all these 28-year-old hipsters walking around acting like they invented pot. Oh, excuse me, I should say cannabis. I mean, listen, I looked around the room before I came out here tonight. There are some old stoners here. I see you. And yes, I think you'll agree with me, you little buggers. We did this when it was really illegal, right? I mean, you know, nowadays you go to a dispensary, it's like you're at the frickin' Apple store. Right? I mean, listen, when you think about it, isn't it really just a matter of time before Apple gets into the cannabis business? I mean, can't you see it now? The iBong 7. Right? The iBlunt 12. My personal favorite for us oldies, the iBowl 14. I still have my iBowl 4. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, when I was a kid, I was scoring from some degenerate guy from the public high school in the parking lot behind McDonald's, right? I mean, that's where business got done in the 70s. I think I may have seen you there. And, you know, in those days, we didn't have scales. Who knew a gram from an ounce, honestly? I mean, we measured things the old-fashioned way, with our fingers, right? You remember you could get like a 3-finger bowl or bag? Or if you had a job, you might have been able to afford a 5-finger bag, right? And let's face it, we are so spoiled with the quality today. The quality of cannabis, number one, nobody said cannabis in the 1970s. I never heard that word until the last 20 years. But the quality was so bad that your typical 3-finger bag had 2 fingers of some really crappy Mexican shake, right, with some seeds and stems. And that 3rd finger was literally dirt. I mean, you could shake that Ziploc and there'd just be a little layer of dirt. 1 whole finger. Yeah, that's how bad it was. You know, and, you know, it's like, when I was young, I used to smoke pot to feel good. Now I need it just not to feel bad. I mean, I am literally rubbing it on my sore joints. I'm smoking sativa in the morning to get out of bed. I'm smoking indica in the afternoon to chill out. I'm taking cannabis PM to go to sleep. It's really sad. You know, I'm a bit of a fan of statistics. So just for fun, by show of hands, how many people in the audience under the age of 45? Okay, oh boy, that number gets larger all the time. All right, I want to tell you youngsters that I have been smoking pot longer than you have been alive. Yeah, I'll take it, come on. That's some cheap applause, but I don't care. I mean, listen, I'm going to tell you how I've justified it all these years. I have what I call the functioning scale. The way I look at it, I function at this level. Most people function at this level. So you see where I'm going. I figure I got to give myself a little bit of a handicap so others just have a fighting chance. Right? Fair enough? Yes. Let's hear it for the stoners. Woo! I'll meet you over at Loom tomorrow. All right, you know, it's kind of funny. People think that comics, because we get up here and tell jokes, that we must be really fun people and really nice. I gotta tell you, that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, if I'm being totally honest with you, I gotta tell you, I don't really like people that much. You know, I mean, you gotta admit, the world would be better if some people were not here, right? Now, not anybody in this room, but, you know, on the outside. Yeah. So it's not just that I don't like people. There are people I don't trust. I'll tell you who I don't trust. I don't trust people that don't like television, right? You've all got that friend, right? That one, oh, we don't watch TV. Or worse, oh, we don't have a television. Oh my God. When someone says that to me, here's what I hear. I'm smarter than you. I read books. Fuck you. Thank you. Listen, I'm not afraid to tell you, I love television. I love everything about it. I grew up in a house with a TV in every room. Seriously. You know, people like to think we had big families in the 70s because we had no birth control. That's bullshit. We had big families in the 70s because we had no remote control. Right? I mean, my mother would call me from 3 rooms away to change that channel. And just about the time one of us got big enough to say no, she just pop out another one. Seriously, I mean, if you look at your typical Irish, Polish, Italian Catholic family from the 70s, right? 6, 7, 8 kids, all 2 years apart, because that's the age we learn to say no, right? I mean, I look at those pictures and I think, geez, half you little channel changers wouldn't be here if the remote control had been invented 10 years earlier. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, I don't think our parents really liked us that much in the 70s. I mean, think about the way they used to load us into a car, right? Oh my God, I mean, before we had these SUVs, we had these hideous station wagons, right? And some genius in Detroit thought it would be a good idea to put wood paneling on the side. I don't know what that's about. But your typical 70s station wagon, you'd have the dad driving because it was still that way then. And then they put the toddler in the middle, no seatbelt. Who wore a seatbelt in 1974? Nobody. And then mom would just hold the infant on her lap. Because if she was going through that windshield, she was taking one of those buggers with her, right? I mean, in the car my parents had, we had what I called the suicide seat in the way back. Remember that? The one that faced out? I think you guys sat there. I mean, let's face it, that's where you put the kids you didn't like so much. And usually it was the middle boys, I gotta admit. I mean, it was bad enough you were gonna die back there. You were gonna watch it happen. Yep. I mean, honestly, in those days when you had 7 or 8 kids, it didn't matter so much if you lost 1 or 2 along the way. Just saying. Now, me personally, I have 1 biological daughter. I have 3 stepchildren. I've been married twice. I won't get into the math on how those kids worked out there. But I gotta tell you, both of my husbands would love to be here tonight. But sadly, they're both dead. I know. What, double widow. What are the chances of that? My God. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 dead husbands? Really, Anne? I swear I had nothing to do with it. Or maybe I did. Just saying, you might want to laugh at my jokes. Yeah. 2 dead husbands. Now, I don't want you to get the wrong idea about me. It's not that I can't keep a man. I just can't keep a man alive. I mean, it's gotten so bad that I have girlfriends that are trying to hook me up with guys they don't like. I'm bad luck. I'm telling you. This is why I'm still single. You know, and it's... Oh, hang on, I need a little water. Got myself all hot now. Now, I mean, 2 dead husbands, you can imagine how that goes over on a first date, right? Oh boy, that's a mighty aphrodisiac. Sir, do you know what an aphrodisiac is? Of course you do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be condescending. That means talking down to people, just in case you wondered. Yeah, so there I was, back out on the dating scene, and let me tell you, it is brutal out there for women of a certain age, which sadly is my age. So like everybody, I decided to check out the online dating scene. Went on that Match.com, you know, that site where everybody's profile picture is about 10 years old, right? Including mine. And that other one for mature singles, Our Time. Oh, what a shit show. They really should call that Out of Time. Yeah. Now, if you would indulge me, I'd like to talk about this online dating thing a little bit from the perspective of a woman of a certain age. And I want to talk now to the men specifically, and in particular, older men that are on dating sites. You know, guys, your profile picture is the one thing that is going to catch our attention, right? And I got to tell you, some of you are not putting your best foot forward. I mean, I'm going to share with you a few of the things that kind of make me swipe left, if you will. The first one, and this is very popular in Michigan, is a guy's profile picture in head-to-toe camouflage. Thank you. I mean, my first thought is, who the fuck are you hiding from? Right? And typically that photo is accompanied by the offering of the trout. Which I guess you think I'm going to cook and clean and cook for you? I don't think so. You know, or another one is when you got your hands on that 8-point buck, right? You're so proud. I mean, if you only knew, it's 8 inches we're looking for, not 8 points. Just saying. Yeah. Another one, another one I love is when a guy puts a group photo as his profile picture. I mean, it's usually his golfing buddies. But now I gotta go on some kind of Where's Waldo journey to figure out which one you are. And ladies, I know you'll agree with me. It's never the one you'd hoped. Never. Yeah. So, and then another one I like is the, and this is very popular among men over 60. This is the shirtless profile photo. I mean, listen, unless that picture was taken on the deck of your 80-foot yacht, you just need to cover all that shit up, please. And lately, I don't know what this is about, but I don't know what it is with all these 42-year-old men that are trying to hook up with 60-something-year-old women. I mean, seriously. I mean, I had this guy, super cute guy, artist, really friendly. We're talking back and forth. I said, you know, sweetie, you're really cute, but honestly, I'm old enough to be your mother. As it turned out, I was 2 years older than his mother. So, of course, he said what they always say, oh, age is just a number. I said, we'll see how you like that number when you're 66 and I'm 88. Try that number on. I mean, this guy, I said to him, I said, have you got some kind of Mrs. Robinson complex? He had no idea. None. No idea what I was talking about. Yeah. I think I'm just going to stay single. Oh, all right, well, before we move on with the show, I want to get serious for just a minute, if I could. And I want to share with you that I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty positive that I was a gay man in my last life. Just saying. Now, you're wondering, how would you know that? I'm going to tell you, there's some hints. A couple months ago, last winter, my dad passed away, very sadly. But we were cleaning out his house, and I was going through some old photo albums. And I come across the old Halloween album, right? So I'm flipping through it, and oh, look at me, age 5. I was a cowboy. Age 6, Indian chief. Interesting theme. Age 7, construction worker. Age 8, you know it, fucking motorcycle cop. I guess I wanted to be all the village people. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Oh my God, and then I pick up my middle school yearbook. I'm flipping through that, and I notice in every group photo, I'm standing there like this. Like, what's up with that? Track team, choir, student council, drama club, of course. Do you know why gay men stand like this? Yeah, because there's always room to do this. Yes, thank you over there, my peanut gallery. And then last clue, I was in New York City a while back for a big fundraiser celebration, and so I decided to go out and have my hair and makeup professionally done. Thought that would be fun. So I leave the salon. I'm walking down Fifth Avenue, feeling pretty damn good about myself, and I come up to the Saks Fifth Avenue store, and I see that there are a bunch of people looking in the display windows. Now it happened to be Christmas time, so I thought, oh, I'll take a look. I walk up to the window. I'm looking at all the beautiful Christmas decorations, and in the window I can see the reflection of all the other people standing around me, and I think to myself, wow, that's a good-looking drag queen.